Next up, we have Find Your Flame from the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a Layman-Friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you're going to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, join the Discord server, the gaming channel, how to request songs if you're not on the live stream. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitared, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Find your flame. Let's go. Okay, so we start with 4 main elements. One of them, of course, we have the vocals. This is going to be a song, so we're going to explain the difference between songs and instrumentals, right? Instrumental slash piece slash track. A song is going to have lyrics, it's going to have vocals, and these vocals and lyrics are going to be the driving force of the music in general. Whereas instrumental music, as the name would say, pieces, tracks, they're not. They're going to be instrumental. It's going to be mainly the melodies. So we're having the vocals giving us an initial thing over here. Structurally, this is called the intro. We're having then one of the guitars playing some chords along with the bass being doubled. Doubling is when you have more than one instrument doing the same thing at the same time. And then we are having one more guitar doing some tapping. So, tapping is a technique that you can do in the guitar. So if I bring up a guitar, where you, instead of strumming the guitar for the notes, you take one of the, you take your strumming hand and you instead tap on the thing. So here's a guitar, here's the fretboard, here is the area where you usually would strum the strings or pluck the strings. And when you do tapping, there are many ways to do it. In this case, it sounds like we're doing an opening hammer-on tapping kind of thing. So there's the concept of the hammer on and pull off. So a hammer-on or a pull-off is when you are in the fretboard and you press down on the string. A hammer-on is when you press down a fret on the string rings, but you didn't pick it. You didn't pluck it with the right hand. And a pull-off is when you do the opposite, when you have one note and you remove the finger from one fret while holding down either another one or just letting it ring in the open string, and that is a pull-off. So what we're doing over here is we are having the open string play, then we are playing a hammer-on with one of the fingers, and then we are doing a what is called a tap, which is when you take your strumming hand and with one of the fingers you tap and you do a hammer-on or a pull-off with your finger. So we're having both hammer-on, pull-off with the tapping finger. So we are getting open string, hammer-on from left hand, tapping on the right hand, then the tapping lets go of everything, you go back to the open string, giving us this really cool sense of constantly arpeggiating upwards. Let's see where this goes. I'm here to go beyond my limit, not to compromise, and you can tell me if I mean it looking in my eyes. Okay, so we now go from the intro, a brief moment of a fill, that kind of thing, and now we are going into our verse number 1. So we're having, of course, the guitars giving us that really nice chunky palm muting, which palm muting is another technique that you can do. This one's a little bit easier to explain, where you have your guitar and let's say you have your picking hand, you have your guitar pick, and what you do is you take the palm of your hand and you press it on the lower bridge right here where the strings connect to the lower bridge, and you then pluck the strings as you as you play them, and you get this kind of stuff. In addition, we are having the vocalist doing a type of technique that technically falls under the Sprechstimme. Sprechstimme being a term coined by Arnold Schoenberg, which is like sing, speak, or speak, sing, right? Where you are not really singing, like you're not really going for melodies, but you're not speaking either. It's this weird middle ground in between, because when you speak, you're not really holding notes. You're going back and forth between various frequencies, various notes, and it doesn't quite qualify as melodic in many ways. Whereas if you start singing, you start actually holding notes. However, Sprechstimme can be either that you're leaning more on the melodic side, leaning more on the speaking side, but not really doing either. So right now we're having this, and on top of that, even though we are having Sprechstimme more on the speaking side, we are still having some harmonization. Harmonization is the full academic term, would be counterpoint parallel motion. Counterpoint being the study of melodies, how they are, how they develop, how they interact with one another. Then we have counterpoint usually measured in motion, right? When you have two or more melodies playing at the same time. And parallel motion being one of them, when you have two or more, two instruments or two lines playing the same thing or doing the same overall melodic shape, just from different starting points. So let's say we have this melody, and then we have this other one over here. They're both doing the same shape, just from different starting points. And that's parallel motion or harmonization. And MSM Cool Man, welcome today. How you doing? I forgot to say hi. So yeah, let's see where this goes.
'Cause I've been waiting for my moment to strike. So come close, let me show you what it's like. Yeah, you can try to stand in my path, but you're gonna regret it. I'll be the one who laughs last while I'm...
Okay, so we were in the thing on Portcake, so welcome today, how you doing? So yeah, we're having this, I think now we went from the verse to the pre-chorus due to the change in the drums. Verses are going to usually be... I call it lyrics over music. You're trying to go through as much text as you want. The melodies are not going to be quite as fulfilling. Probably in this case, we barely are having any lyrics or any melodies, and it's usually going to give you a nice fundamental ground floor, so to speak, for your music, so that then your chorus can give you the nice high point, and then we have other stuff like bridges. In this case, the pre-chorus is going to be a nice connecting tissue, so to speak, between the verse and the chorus. Let's see where this goes.
Making my exit, 'cause this is only for the song of heart, not if you get it. And no matter what the outcome,
The guitar starts switching a little bit, and I guess this would be the pre-chorus. We have a synth giving us a note downwards. And there we go, with a little bit of thing. Ooh, who's even in these, dude? Kellen Quinn. So yeah, Kellen Quinn being a super rare vocals, super rare when it comes to vocals, that he's able to reach the range of women. Really, really rare. I think he would be a contratenor, I think would be the name, or even higher, because I think he reaches up to the soprano. So yeah, we had the pre-chorus there. Now we're in chorus number 1. We had a little bit of a moment of rhythmic displacement there, where we had a pickup in which the singer started the melody before the rest of the ensemble happened. Rhythmic displacement, of course. Displacement, as the name suggests, is when you displace something in the rhythm, usually to either push it down so that it sounds later, or rush it up so that it sounds earlier. In this case, we pushed it down so that the band can come in and really do this. And welcome back, Mustard. So yeah, let's see where this goes, because now you can really feel that chorus, right? Like the melody's really, really cool. Let me go back a couple of seconds. Let's see. Really cool, still harmonized. Tapping on the guitar. Changing the rhythm altogether. Last bit of the chorus. So as you can feel, and thank you for hanging out, Frenzy. So as you can see over here, the chorus is quite the contrast to what we were having in the verse. The melodies are a lot slower, they're a lot more climactic, they're a lot more pronounced. Really, really good stuff over here. Let's see where this goes. This is really good. Extending the chorus a little bit, changing the rhythms around the accompaniment. And now we bring a break. So now we bring in an instrument or a break over here, which mirrors the intro. This is very common nowadays in this kind of music, so chances are we're going to be going to verse number 2 after this. So we're basically repeating the same structure that we had before. Of course, this time the break number 1, it echoes the intro, but this time we have the drums included. So let's see where this goes. This is really good, dude. Like, there's one thing about Sonic. Like, Sonic games themselves are very hit or miss. Like, you're either gonna get a real fun game that you're gonna enjoy playing, or you're gonna get Sonic Adventure 1. Right? Or you're gonna get, which one was it? Sonic Unleashed. That kind of game that it's either the concept is there, but the game is super broken, it doesn't quite work, or the game is just not fun. But the department that Sega never misses with is the music. It doesn't matter how good or how bad the game is, the music is always good when it comes to Sonic. I don't think we've had a bad soundtrack for a single Sonic game. Like, not even in the like Genesis days, I don't think. So yeah, let's see where this goes. National Unleashed. Yeah, like Unleashed, the issue with Unleashed that I remember was that they didn't play well. Like, all the concepts, the animations, the soundtrack was there, but the game just didn't play well. Like, that was the only issue that the game had. That it just, they weren't able to fully link everything. Could be a limitation of the technology at the time, could be something else. Like, some Sonic games are definitely clunky, because, you know, that's what you get when you're trying to make a character go really fast. But music never misses. So, there are questionable soundtracks in the franchise, but they're definitely only a minority. So there you go. So it's the exception, not the rule. Let me go back a little bit. Let's see. So we have the intro. Verse number 2. And this time, of course, we are now including a synth up there. The synth is kind of doubling the vocals, I think. Doubling, of course, as I said, when you have more than one instrument doing the same thing at the same time. In this case, we're following the rhythm of the vocals, I think. Let me hear a bit more. Yep, it's doing it. It's doubling the vocals. Second half of verse 2. Oh, really cool, changing the drums around. So we should be getting pre-chorus number 2. There you go. Pre-chorus number 2. The synth, I was thinking, what does it remind me of? It's a similar synth that What's-His-Face uses for the Doom soundtrack. It's a similar synth from the Doom 2016 soundtrack. It's a similar one. Very, very similar one. Yeah, Mitch Gordon. Yeah, there you go, for Mitch Gordon. Very, Mr. Gordon. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Chorus number 2. Mick Gordon. There you go, thank you. So this time around, I think the main difference is the lyrics, which is something that songs have on top of other genres, which is, or instead of not song, but against instrumental music, that the lyrics alone, since you're saying different words, it counts as being enough of a variation. So, good stuff. Let's see where it goes. insane that this is actually a dude singing. Absolutely wild. Really cool. Now, where are you going to take this? Because we have the final end. Final part. Where are you going to take it? Repeating this? I mean, technically speaking, we went from the chorus now to a bridge. Bridge is going to be another contrasting section. As I said, your verse is going to be your fundamental ground floor. Your chorus is going to be the penthouse, so to speak, the highest floor. And then the bridge is going to be the lowest basement. So it's going to be some sort of counter of contrast in some way. Usually that you want the verse to be your default intensity, your chorus to be high intensity, and your bridge to be your lowest intensity. It doesn't really have to be that way, but, you know, the idea is that they contrast in a different way, right? So we're bringing this very different, this different section over here, and usually the way bridges go is that you play the bridge as a way of not having to do a verse, and you immediately follow it up by your final chorus, right? And then after that, you would have an outro. That way, because the bridge is lower than the verse, the distance covered between the bridge and the chorus is greater than the distance that you would cover between the verse and the chorus. So that's usually how we do this structurally. Let's see if I'm right, because we could always bring in a guitar solo to throw a wrench at everything, but we have about 1 minute left. Let's see if I'm right about the structure over here. Cool. You get a guitar solo. Alright, so we get a guitar solo. So yeah, as you can hear, we bring a guitar solo over here. Some of the guitar is going to have harmonization. When you're making music, of course, getting away with solos is very easy, because when you're making music, you want to keep a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much of the same thing, too much repetition, you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. There is, however, one universal exception, regardless of genre, regardless of style, which is solos. You bring in a solo, you can get away with almost anything, as long as it's cool and if it's enough. In this case, Sega Sound Team has some insanely good guitarists, so chances are they're going to be shredding. Let's see where it goes. Ah, really cool there with the drums. Very nice. Okay, so we have a solo, and now we are doing a chorus. Of course, this time the variation we're doing in the solo, we are engaging in a similar way as the bridge. We're going low intensity, removing pretty much anything, and then everything is going to kick in for a final chorus. Really cool solo there. I really enjoying this. Let's see where it goes.
It's the end of the show. Hear them, they're calling your name.
It's a game, you can either lead back to the intro or the outro. Nice. That's really cool. Oh no, this is the bridge. This is another bridge. Bridge 2. There you go. So this is the bridge. Over here, this bridge number 1, that was just part of chorus number 2, I would say. No, we're gonna keep it as bridge number 1. There you go. Because it's a different contrast. And this bridge, okay, no, so I was wrong. This is chorus number 3, and that's the outro. Chorus 3/outro, where we turn down the intensity altogether. This is fairly rare to do, to have a chorus that is kind of that has the ambience of a bridge, and also works as an outro. Really cool though, because it brings one final set of contrast to this. Let me just hear. Everything just, yeah, the energy just disperses. And there you have it. Man, what a journey these songs are, dude. I always love doing these, especially like the newer Sonic games. Insanely good stuff, dude. Insanely good. There you have it. That was Find Your Flame from the Sonic Frontiers soundtrack. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you're going to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, make sure that you join the Discord server. That's right, we have a Discord server where everything gets announced first, whether it is the streams going live, the videos going up on the channels, updates, projects, whatever it is, everything gets announced there first. And of course, we have the community, we hang out, we post memes, we steal memes from other servers, claim them as our own, that kind of stuff, linked in the description. So make sure that you're joining the Discord server. Also, make sure that you share these videos with everybody that you know, with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos with everybody that you know. Also use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that, so that's another reason to join. Link in the description. Go join the things. Artists, musicians on YouTube or otherwise, this is an open invitation. Let's work together. If you want any of my musical skills for any of your projects, whether it is guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old ooh, 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 ooh kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, or if you want help figuring out something for your composition, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's make stuff, let's work together, right? Let's make stuff. And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that could benefit, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone, please do not spam anyone, be cool about things, don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on what to do. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. Another reason to join the Discord. So if you live in the Shire of Christmas Island, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch, and they're going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. Recorded live during the mainstream, during the main channel's after show recordings. Go here. Linked in the description, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you have it. Find your flame, Sonic Frontiers. What a journey these are, dude. Really, really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.